All at GDQ for supporting such a worthy cause. Gotta go fast. Gotta go fast indeed. And speaking of going fast, we are ready for Sonic Colors DS All Red Rings by speedbreaker55.
Hello. Hello, this is speedbreaker55. I'm here to run Sonic Colors DS All Red Rings, and I have quite a few records in the full game categories, and it's fortunate that I get to run this on GDQ. This is basically the same start and finish as any percent, except we collect every red ring in between. Normally the missions in this game are bypassed, but as they have red rings in them, we'll need to do them. How would you commentators like to introduce yourselves?
Yeah, I am Kirby Mastah. I ran Sonic Rush a few years ago, and I actually mentioned speedbreaker55 at the time, and this is that same runner that I mentioned. So, yep, we'll be on a commentary.
Hi, I'm Diamond. I ran this game 5.5 years. I ran this game 5 years ago at SGB 2016.
Yep, so all the Rush runners. This is basically Rush 3.
Right, without further ado, I think we can get started. The time starts when I click play game after the title screen. And 3, 2, 1, and go.
Yeah, this is a DS version of Sonic Colors. A lot of people think of the Wii version of Sonic Colors, but there is also a DS version which has a lot of the same zones, but it's a completely separate game. It's not a remake or a remaster or anything like that. It is its own completely different game, just with the same kind of story and zones.
It's featured in Generations 3DS too.
Yeah, it is actually, yeah. So this is pretty much a tutorial level, just learning how to spin dash, roll, jump around. We don't have the boost mechanic yet, but you are introduced to things like the air dash, wall jumping, and the stomp mechanics. And right now you'll see Speedbreaker constantly rolling down slopes because we want to break the speed cap. That's going to be a mechanic that comes up pretty frequently.
Yeah, this level's completely different from every level in the game because of the fact that you don't have boost.
If you like boostless mechanics, enjoy this level while it lasts.
Yep.
Yeah, so we will need some stage revisits because a lot of red rings throughout the stages and missions require wisps, and we don't have any wisps unlocked at the moment. We unlock them as we proceed through the story, and right now some of these red rings require the burst wisp, which we don't unlock until Sweet Mountain. And we kind of have an auto-scroller here, but we can actually skip with the burst wisp, but again, we don't have that unlocked yet, so we'll have to revisit the stage later on.
If you get every ring in this auto-scroller, you get an extra life. Fun fact.
I missed one.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that last bomb turns into an extra life.
I actually didn't know that. Today I learned.
Right, let's have some donations.
Of course, we have a $20 donation here from Buglore that says, even among speedrunners, the Sonic block is the essence of speed. Just remember, if you want to make it big running these games, you'll have to knuckle down. Then you'll go miles. Just don't work too hard or you'll end up a shadow of your former self.
Love it.
Wordplay.
Classic.
Yeah, so we just learn how to boost. So boost management in this game works differently from Rush and Rush Adventure. We do have the boost meter, and it has 3 meters, blue, red, yellow, and red. And it works similarly from the Rush Adventure games, except that there is no tricking in this game.
Nice.
The only way to get extra boost is through killing enemies or collecting wisps, which you get by killing enemies as well. So boost is a lot more limited in this game, but at the very least, you don't have to constantly hear Sonic saying, yeah, yeah, let's go, yeah, all the time. Now we have the first boss coming up.
So I have a few donations here. It will take a while to load.
All right, we got a $100 donation here from God Ginrai, who says, happy 30th anniversary, Sonic. Just figured I'd get a donation in during the Sonic block to help that donation tracker reach Sonic speed. Looking forward to the Sonic Colors DS run, as I know that speedruns gotta go fast. I hope this gets a chuckle from you knuckleheads out there, and I'll certainly be saying, oh no, if this donation doesn't get read on stream.
Oh no.
So, you know, this boss is faster with burst, but so we have to take a slightly slower route here. But that's all right.
We're just about to unlock the burst wisp, and there are 5 different wisps in this game. 3 of them are also in Colors Wave, but 2 of them are exclusive to the DS version, and burst is the first of the 2 exclusive ones to the DS, which we're about to unlock. So at this point in the game, we have the option to go to Sweet Mountain or Starlight Carnival, but we're gonna go to Sweet Mountain first because we want to unlock the burst wisp as soon as possible.
Yeah.
So right here, we're kind of have a little bit of a mini game to touch the burst wisp, which Speedbreaker just did off screen because it's always comes from the same spot.
Yeah.
Now we're having the first big red ring route, where we're he's gonna be going out of his way to collect all 5 red rings. I personally love this route, and he just got a trick where involving you have to get damage boost off of that enemy and take a slightly higher route, saving a few seconds. It's a pretty cool trick. Big fan of that one.
Surprisingly tight.
Unfortunate. Fell down.
Ideally, you wanted to boost through the enemies in the air, but he missed that.
Yeah. Now I'm about to get the burst to break the barrier.
So the burst wisp is a little awkward to control. You basically can kind of fly and hover, but in order to ascend, you have to charge it and blow stuff up, basically, blow yourself up. You can pretty much repeatedly jump in the air with the burst wisp.
Unfortunate. That's all right.
If you get the burst that's along there, you can have enough burst to make it up there for the 4th one. I didn't grab it, so I didn't have enough burst to make it there.
And the burst wisp is on a timer, so once you initiate the burst wisp, then you have a limited amount of time before it reverts, basically.
Yeah, burst is very cumbersome to control sometimes, and kind of jank, but it's efficient.
Nice S rank.
Right, we can have a few donations now.
Awesome. We got a $10 donation from Jake R, who says, don't worry, guys, I've got this. Sonic's mostly blue, except for his cream-colored belly, arms, and the bottom half of his face, and the insides of his ears. He's got a black nose and green irises. There, Sonic colors. Someone else can do the colors of his clothes. Good luck on the run.
So in this run, we're going to be kind of doing a sequence level. We're going to be kind of doing a small sequence break here, coming up in a few minutes. Well, less than a minute, but it's an interesting one. So the second wisp that you require that requires in this level is Void. However, and in this level, it's intended to be required to get a red ring. However, with the burst wisp, you do not need to get it if you play the level well.
The Speedbreaker is making a detour so we can get ready to go through that barrier right there, which normally requires the Void Wisp, but instead he just used the burst wisp that he made a detour for.
Saves over a minute.
Yeah, you don't have to redo the stage.
There's also a lot of those Eggman bombs that are kind of a pain in the butt, because if you hit them while in burst mode, you just get sent flying in the opposite direction, and we'll lose a lot of time.
Yeah, I missed that one. So you can usually make this in one burst, but I missed it, so I had to get the other one to have enough burst to make it up.
Auto score time.
It really can't really speed this up. You can't even like damage boost to try to skip this quickly because you have to land on a hot dog on the left side.
Yeah.
Sad.
The game literally traps you in this area. And that's the
Hot
end
dog
of...
sounds kind of nice right now.
Yeah. And that's the end of Act 2. Mission time.
So there are 6 zones in this game, and 5 zones? 5 zones and 6 zones.
Yeah, 6.
I don't know how to count. So yeah, every zone has 3 missions, and each set of missions also has a nice little cameo from other Sonic characters, which is kind of cute.
This mission is pretty straightforward. The red rings aren't tough to guess. First one's back here. I just want to use burst as much as possible to destroy the enemies in range.
Yeah, so when you fully charge burst, you just kind of blow everything up on the screen. It can be a little bit iffy at times because you want to include as many enemies on the screen as possible since your goal is to defeat 20 enemies. But sometimes the enemies will be kind of barely on the edge of the screen and you'll happen to miss them or not hit them when you wanted to and so on.
Yeah, burst combo can completely be destroyed by missing one enemy.
I missed the second red ring, so I have to do this one again.
It happens.
And that's one of the awkward things about this category sometimes, is that sometimes you do the mission too well when you're supposed to try to get to the very end of the mission because there's a red ring, so...
Yeah.
He just kind of played too well and couldn't get the second red ring, but it happens.
Yeah. And this one is definitely another one of those missions.
Yeah, so this is the first of a handful of collect the wisps missions. So like every time you break a wisp item box, you get 1 wisp, which also increases your boost meter. But you can also get extra wisps by making a combo. So if you kill multiple enemies in a row and look at the upper right corner, you can kind of see a 5-hit counter. As you kill enemies with that counter, you get more and more wisps per enemy you kill. And that's going to be a lot more relevant in later missions where you kind of want to keep a high counter so you can get 2 or even 3 wisps per enemy destroyed.
We've tried to skip this. It's impossible. It just locks you in there.
Even with Void unlocked.
Yeah.
Right, we can have a few more donations.
Awesome, thank you. We have a massive $500 donation here from TB Skysen saying, I think the past year has shown us more than anything the importance of the work that doctors do. Let's give Doctors Without Borders the annual GDQ health potion and restore a bit of HP to the world. Thank you very much for that. We also have another $500 donation from Anonymous with no comment. Both of you, thank you very much for your donations. Please do keep them coming in, folks.
So this is the first of the time missions. This one's probably the tightest time mission too. He has to make sure he grabs clock so he can actually make it to the end of the stage and get both red rings.
Yeah, we're on a countdown timer, and you lose if the timer hits 0. So there's a handful of missions like this too.
Yeah. Right, onto the boss now.
So the goal behind this boss is to get burst as quickly as possible. So he's going to go ahead and bop the first enemy that the boss sends down and get some boost. And then boost into the second little guy that pops down. That will give him the burst wisp, and then pretty much just finish him off the boss right here. One of the nice things about this game as a speedrun is that the bosses have very little luck overall.
Yeah, it's pretty nice. There's like 2 bosses that have luck, and one of them we won't be seeing in this run.
Thankfully, because it sucks.
It's by far the worst boss in the game and competes with rush bosses for being terrible.
Oh,
definitely.
It's garbage.
Right, onto Tropical Resort missions.
Right, so now that we got the burst wisp, we're going to go ahead and go back to the Tropical Resort Zone to redo the levels and missions and collect the red rings here too. So this is another collect RD wisp mission, and as I mentioned before, you kind of want to maintain the combo. So right there, you just kind of saw his wisp counter go from like 5 to 11 after 3 enemies because of the counter. But he doesn't want to kill enemies too quickly because there's the red ring he wants to collect near the end. So don't play this well.
Already done.
Play this.
Oh, sugar.
Oh. Okay.
Oh, okay. Phew.
That was a little
close.
scary.
I thought I had enough height, but I didn't.
Like, my instinct would have been to stomp just so I can land immediately, but that would have probably killed an enemy at the floor and then finished the mission.
Yep.
So that would have been a little awkward. But yeah, this is a time mission. This is just doing Act 2 again, except with a timer. So and with 2 red rings, so we can go ahead and squeeze in a donation or two as we go ahead and replay the stage.
Awesome, thank you. We have a $100 donation from Siri1037, who says, "This is the first time my 3-year-old has tuned in with me, and she loves it. We've been watching daily, and we're pumped for the Sonic block. Thank you for all that you do." And just a quick update as well here on the Adventure 2 Battle story choice. Hero Story has currently taken the lead with $8,055.02, and Dark Story is currently at $7,036.34. So if you want to see Hero or Dark, you have 2 runs, this run and the next run, to decide the runner's fate.
Oh, I should
Hero
mention.
Story. Hero Story.
I should mention, he just did a burst exclusive strat that's done in the IL at the end of that stage.
Takes about 4
neat.
seconds.
The burst wisp allows you to use a few interesting little contraptions or gimmicks, like using the hot air balloons from Sweet Mountain, or in this case, using the Ferris wheels by setting them on fire.
Or
Oh,
by
so this
completely
is the
skipping it.
first of collect rings mission. So we need to collect 250 rings, and this mission can be kind of annoying because sometimes we want to land on these pink flowers, and their hitboxes can be really janky.
Joe, the pink flowers are horrible.
You can fall right through it, which I've done numerous times.
Too many times. Ugh. All right, so we're done with Tropical Resort for now. We'll go back later, but for now we're gonna go ahead and go to Starlight Carnival and unlock the Rocket Wisp, which is works the same way as from the Colors Wii version. You use the Rocket Wisp and you shoot upward really quickly. There are also some little hoops that you can ring into, where if you hit them with a rocket, you'll kind of swing horizontally. You'll see those in action in some of the missions coming up.
Mission 1.
Okay, so some of the red rings here also require the laser wisp. So like your 2 wisps are available for most areas, and the laser wisp is the second wisp that you can use in this area, but we haven't unlocked it yet, so we're gonna have to make a few revisits in this zone too.
Yeah, this is the one red ring after Tropical Resort that basically requires you to have a different list.
Yeah, it's the 4th one in this one. There's a barrier that you can't break.
Without laser.
Yeah.
So since we have to clear the stage to unlock the 4th and 5th zone anyways, we're best off just clearing the stage as quickly as possible and then collecting the red rings on the revisit.
We should do from level select.
Yeah, level select is very slightly faster. Well, by slightly, I mean it's definitely faster. It's used for a different category called all levels in this game, where you just do every single level in succession from the level select menu. So it's like, hey, it's faster. Why not use it?
So right there, you're supposed to use a rocket wisp at the middle and hit another rocket capsule, so you go even higher. But if you use the rocket wisp at the right height, you only need 1 rocket wisp to make that, saving some time. All right, and then we have Act 2, which is a lot of rails. Lots and lots of boosting on rails, so don't blink. This level goes by really quickly. But this game also has the same kind of mechanic from other 2D Sonic games, where if you jump off of an uphill slope called a slope jump, you'll gain a lot of height out of it. Similarly, if you jump off of a downhill slope, you won't have much height from the jump, but you'll gain horizontal speed. So just the same way as most other Sonic games. And that's why sometimes you'll see him make really high jumps. He's doing a boost into a jump off of an uphill slope.
Yeah, obviously you can do that off of a loop, like he did at the beginning of this level. Oh, that's hard. That jump is hard. It's not easy to make. I've tried it myself a lot. It is not easy.
Yeah, the angle just changes so quickly when you're boosting through a loop that it's really hard to get a consistent jump off of it. So right here is an auto-scroller coming up after this rocket that you're supposed to ride on this giant blimp that's really slow, except Speedbreaker's just gonna go ahead and skip it. So as long as you don't land on the blimp, you can just kind of skip it by just boosting all over the gaps, collecting the last red ring as well, and saving like a crap ton of time.
It's like
Over
30
That went really
seconds.
smoothly. Yeah, there was apparently an auto-scroller. But if you blinked, you missed it.
Yeah, it's gone now. Mission 1. Right.
But enough shop talk. You up for a game?
Yep, let's play.
This is a collect the rings mission. This is a pretty straightforward mission. Just kind of blister the stage, take the fastest ring route while collecting the red rings. So I think we can squeeze in a quick donation here.
Awesome.
Yeah.
We've got a $25 donation from Binandes that says, I've been on a road trip with my lovely wife all week. You could say that we have places to go, gotta follow our rainbow. But seriously, Sonic is my favorite, so I had to donate for the runs and a chance for the awesome artwork. Let's go for heroes.
Boosting around at the speed of sound. 15 enemies to kill here. Pretty straightforward.
5 down.
Very slightly different route because you need to be able to get the second red ring, which you would end right before you got the red ring if you took the route that I use for this level.
And now we have the last mission. So this mission's kind of a gimmicky mission where you're supposed to spam rockets so you keep climbing up as you kill enemies. And this is a collected list mission, so we want to maintain a combo. You can actually clear this mission like within 4 or 5 seconds by just maintaining a really high combo with the group of enemies at the start. But we can't do that because we need to go towards the end of the level to collect 2 red rings.
Yep.
This is the one time that you ever get to see this level actually getting done normally.
Yeah, pretty much. If you saw like an all missions run, you would not see more than the first screen.
Yep.
Good enough. Right, we can have some donations.
Awesome. Before we start, I do want to let everybody know, as you've all seen, we have hit $750,000 raised now. Woo. Awesome job, folks.
Awesome.
We are 250,000 away for getting that Halo 2 extra game in here. No doubt that we can do it. And we have wonderful donations here helping out as well. We have a $300 donation. There's massive $300 donation saying, donating for my favorite girl, Rouge the Bat, the Queen of Jewels, and the Elegant Spy. Let's go, Team Dark. Love to all the Sonic fans out there. Gotta go fast.
We did just see Rouge in Mission 1 and Knuckles.
Yeah. I have to note that was the one boss in the main game with luck, and it's like only a few seconds. You basically want a pattern with two of the yellow bombs in it. If you get the pattern with only one bomb in it, you lose a few seconds, but it's not really that bad.
Yeah, you just have to boost
and
into
that's
it
the
one
only
more
luck
time.
factor. That is the only luck factor in this entire run.
Oh
I
yeah.
think.
For these 2 zones, I needed to do Planet Wisp first because the second red ring in Aquarium Park 2 requires drill. There's no way of getting it without it. Because Sonic can't, it's in a circle of fish, Sonic can't get through it, and you can't get lasers in the area.
So Drill is the, well, I said Burst was jank. Drill is the most jank Wisp in the game. Because of the controls being extremely finicky and very like, you have to go this way or you're just gonna bonk a million times.
So the drill wisp works in a vacuum. The drill works pretty much the same way as in the Wii version. You drill through gaps, dirt. You can also drill through water, which is going to be shown in Aquarium Park. But drill in this game makes really wide turns, especially when you're going faster. So it's really hard to navigate like more narrow tunnels and such. And it's really easy just to find yourself bonking between walls over and over again if you make a slight mistake.
If you don't know how to play the game, you'll be bonking constantly.
Sounds bonkers.
Yes.
And there's a 3rd red ring.
Oh, I should address something in general. The reason why this category was created was because it was originally conceived by me. I decided that this category would be put on SRC because it's a good median between 100% and any percent that didn't involve doing the long and frankly gameplay lacking special stages. Because and you don't have to do Nega Mother Wisp either, or wait through the credits. So it's an action-packed run that doesn't that gets basically almost all the extra content without having to do all the boring extra content.
I like the special stages,
They don't make a good run though.
but they have awesome music, and that's what matters, right?
Yes, listening to that for like 20 minutes does matter. I agree.
So this is Act 2 is another pretty heavy drill-oriented stage. The route with the red ring route isn't too different from the standard any % route for this. Just kind of a minor, quick, like 1 second detour here and there for some red rings.
Yeah, you have to go this route to get this red ring, and that's about it, really. There are that's basically the biggest change, and it's not very big.
Yeah. That one is trivial. Because we take up at any %. Missing it would be actually slower.
Yeah. I'll be impressed if someone did the any % run with the proper route and skip this red ring right here.
I routed it out. It's slower because, okay, so the thing about 80% is that you like to skip red rings because they give you this, oh, you've unlocked some stuff. But
Artwork, yay.
Yeah. But unfortunately, it's not worth it to skip that one, even though it is possible.
Like, the time saved from skipping red rings in 80% is very minor. For the most part, it's like 1 second per stage usually, if not less.
I think
So if you have to go out of your way to avoid it, it's usually not worth it.
I think I wrote down exactly how much it was because I frame counted. But I don't remember.
There's this giant crusher that will crush you and kill you instantly if you get hit, if you get crushed. But we'll be seeing that again soon in the mission.
Mission 2. Which is not far off. Right, we're heading to Mission 1 now. Got some stuff. Mission 1 is basically part of Act 1. And this is just to get as many rings as possible, which is pretty easy. You can get that before going to the tunnel.
This showers you with rings. You can see all the 10 rings all over the place.
Make sure getting them in a very quick way is kind of hard though because of Drill's inherent control problems.
And there's also like some spots right there, for example, where you kind of see a cluster of 10 rings that are kind of in the corner, and getting them all cleanly without losing much speed is really difficult.
Yeah.
So mission 2, this is probably one of the hardest missions to S rank casually because you pretty much have to play completely perfectly. This is a get collected wisps mission, and you have to be perfect to get an S rank on this typically. In the case of this run, we want to not play perfectly because again, there's a red ring at the very end of the stage, but you have very little room for error for the most part.
Yeah. It's hard. It's hard.
Like it went by really quickly, but if you try to actually S rank it, it's gonna take a while.
You need about 11.2 seconds remaining. Oh yeah, Mission 3, what am I doing? Just gonna strip straight to the boss.
Hey Team Chaotix, see ya. See.
Okay, so this is a route. You have to collect all 5 of these wisps that are put in fixed positions but have random patterns. That it basically, one of the patterns, so some of the patterns are faster than others, and this is not one of those faster patterns.
Oh, this is not a faster pattern. I kind of forgot about these when I said the previous boss was the only luck factor in this run, but
yeah,
there are 2 missions like this.
It's okay.
And then he's got to get the last red ring.
It's not like the tide of bad luck. You just have to manage around it. It's kind of fun to...
It's an interesting one because you kind of have to learn how to improvise your routing on the fly and know the stage layout really well, and kind of instantly know like, oh, the arrow, which flag is this arrow pointing at? How can I route around getting that quickly while being in a good position to get the other ones too, and so on. So this boss, we're gonna go ahead and get some boost, and then unlock the drill wisp by boosting into the drill, and then now the boss is gonna go ahead and try to heal itself. But Speedbreaker is gonna go ahead and stop that instantly by drilling into the water, destroying the 2 weak points, and then killing the boss. 17 seconds.
Because Speedbreaker is smart, he did not go for the task/IL strat that kills the boss in under 9 seconds. That involves you killing it before it heals. but it has,
Yeah, I've seen that. It's brutal.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I'm the only one who actually does it, and one of 2 people who other than people. Shoutouts to Val. Shoutouts to Val.
Mm-hmm.
She's awesome.
Val's a runner who probably got some shoutouts during the Golden Sun run. She also runs the Golden Sun Dark Dawn and recently broke the game completely. So yeah, Laser Wisp. This is probably the most useful Wisp in the game because it's really fast. And it, just like in the Wii version, it works pretty much the same way. You use it on a 2D plane, you aim it, and you ricochet and go really fast. Here it is, and you also notice some crystals that we just kind of passed by. Those crystals are intended for you to laser through, and those crystals will send you on a predetermined laser path. Although sometimes you actually want to avoid those crystals. Ooh.
That's unfortunate. You can do that in, say, 3 seconds. But yeah, I used laser too soon, so then I had to use the drill.
Unfortunate. Yeah, that getting... That's a more. It's also even a more important strat in the mission 1, which we will see later.
Yeah, I've tried it recently. It does save quite a bit of time, just like in Act 1.
Yeah, which I remember grinding that and not without a setup, and it's not very fun.
Fourth ring is up here. Blanking shortcut with the drill and get to the top and get the laser.
Laser up. Aquarium Park's probably one of my favorites. It's just really fast-paced and with a nice balance of wisp swapping, boosting around, fast platforming,
Yeah, I love
and also
this
really
game.
comfy music. Like one of the uncommon games where the water zone is actually really fun.
Yeah, Aquarium Park's a pretty great zone. Other than the boss, whose task strat can be done RTA, but nobody else other than me accidentally has ever done it. Haha.
Astrats.
Yeah.
One day somebody will figure that out. One day.
I think it's a simultaneous thing. I've watched the task video.
Yeah, it's basically... so, AP2. This stage actually has a lot of very small optimizations that Speedbreaker's accumulated over time. And the result is an extremely tight run for the most part.
This laser right here, there's a very specific angle you can go for that lets you not have to use a second laser.
It's a hard angle. I don't know how he
It's
does
really
it
difficult.
consistently.
It takes many, many, many attempts. And
Yep.
this is why we had to do Planet Wisp first.
Yeah, that red ring right there that was in the circle of fish. We need drill for that.
You can't go through the one-way floor or go back up. In this red ring, you need laser 4.
There's a strat that you can do to jump to skip having to hit that ring, but to get the red ring you have to hit the crystal.
Yeah.
They're gonna be redoing this stage anyways for a time mission, so you'll see it.
Yeah. Didn't bonk this time. Nice.
All the lasers. And
Yeah.
we have a bit of an auto-scroller here, so I think we can squeeze in a quick donation or 2 here.
Awesome. We got a $25 donation here from Keechin, who says, more games means more GDQ. I'm sold.
Shoutouts to Argick, who's been doing a fantastic job of hosting.
Cool guy.
Oh, thank you.
How have you enjoyed this game, Argick? This game's pretty awesome.
Yeah, you played this.
I have played this game casually. I played it last year casually once I got a DS capture, and it's a lot of fun. I'm not good at the whole catch the wisp thing at the start, though. That thing is like catch the pigeon, and I'm not very good at it just now.
Oh, yeah. If you don't know where they're coming from immediately, then yeah, they're really hard to like get if you're playing casually. I've definitely had a lot of trouble with them. Like, the first time I played this game was actually in the hospital when I had appendicitis.
Oh my god.
Funny story. Well, not funny story, but... And I just like pretty much got all the red rings, played for like 3 days straight. And I know there was this one time where I spent like 30 minutes trying to catch the laser wisp in Aquarium Park. And yeah, that was not fun. But
Yeah, the Aquarium Park
I
was
get it.
honestly the hardest one to get.
Yeah, it's not easy. especially getting the tap strap with the laser. Getting that is much more difficult than it looks.
Yeah.
Like, there is no luck with the wisp catching, but the laser is really hard to catch even though it's not random because it's just so fast.
Yep, you can miss it even though when you know exactly where it'll be.
Shout out to Amy Rose.
See ya.
And yeah, this is just a repeat of Act 2 with Timer Mission. There are a lot of small optimizations that Diane mentioned that's going on here. So like, just like in the other Rush games, this game kind of has a mechanic called a speed cap, which is not quite as relevant in this game, but basically whenever you land on like a downhill slope, such as in the middle of a loop, you gain more speed, and you can go faster than your standard boost speed, which is kind of important to note. So that's why sometimes you'll see him like doing loop jumps, rolling down slopes, trying to land on downhill slopes, and so on. It's a much more important mechanic in Sonic Rush and Rush Adventure because you don't have access to boosting in the air, whereas in Sonic Colors DS, you can boost in the air, which makes it much less important to maintain. But it is still something that you kind of want to keep an eye out for.
I have to note that there's a specific jump that he did try to go for, and you have to break through 2 layers of breakable floor. That jump, the optimal way to make that jump is to go for it using a downward boost jump, and that is incredibly difficult to make. That jump is awful.
Yeah, there's a specific place where you can jump from, where you have boost, and then you jump through the first floor, and then you bunk off a second one, and then you can line step up with the other one, and then you can go straight through.
It is precise though. It is so precise. Even doing it without boost is still hard.
With boost, you have more control in the air.
That makes sense. Yeah, that makes sense.
But this mission's kind of one of the more interesting ones in my opinion. It's like a really gimmicky, ROM hacky like stage where you kind of have to use laser to collect rings and these carefully placed springs and bouncy jellyfish. And you also see the boost mechanic being liberally used here because of when you boost near rings, you kind of have the magnetic shield effect where all rings nearby will get absorbed into you. So that's why you'll see him using boost in the air randomly when there's a group of rings right at the very end.
Fun fact, in that very first spike hallway, you can stand right next to the last spike on the right. You can stand right next to it on that platform, and that's actually slightly faster.
Yep, we have the boss coming up.
Let's hope he gets it.
Yeah, me too.
So there's a trick with this boss that you can kill it about 6-7 seconds faster than the normal strat would by getting a few extra laser hits faster, but it is not the easiest thing in the world.
Right, got it.
Nice.
Yes, and that's done.
Getting laser earlier there makes him just crumble, and then you can get the strat. Nice, hell yeah.
Stick to see that in a marathon run.
Yeah, that's satisfactory.
I'm very glad he found a much more consistent strat for that. The strat that I used to use for that is I never understood it. It involves his weird hitboxes, and it's just weird overall.
Right, now it's time for the redos. The Tropical Resort Act 1, the only one that we actually need burst for is the second one, and that's because it's so high up that it's inaccessible otherwise. Now we have boost and burst.
As mentioned before, it is faster to revisit these stages from the stage select, which is why we're doing them now.
That's the first red ring. And here's the second one. We have some donations here.
Awesome. We got a really good one here. We have a $200 donation from the Sonic Social Team. Sending some love to the Sonic runners from the social team here at Sega. Make us proud and don't break our games too hard. Also, special shout out to that adorable Chow Hat prize.
Ciao, ciao.
Ciao.
Thank you so much.
That's amazing, seeing the Sega social team watching GG here.
Yeah.
Question for chat. What is your favorite wisp? Send in your donations with your favorite wisp from both the DS and the Wii games. Go. What's your favorite one, Diamond?
Lost World Wisp. Obviously, I love Cube. Cube is the best wisp. Duh. I love.
Cube is pretty cool.
Yeah, Cube, even though it's worthless in a run, well, except for places where you have to use it, it's still the best wisp.
And that was the second one. You can even make it to that platform without using burst, but then you can't jump high enough to the red ring.
That jump between the bombs is scary, by the way. He got it the first time he got it the first time too, but getting it again, it's still sick.
Like if you try to boost too early, you'll hit your head on the ceiling, but if you boost too low, then you'll hit the bomb. It only saves like 1 second, but like in a game like this, 1 second is everything.
Yep.
Now we're redoing Starlight Carnival 1 because now that we have the laser wisp, we can go ahead and clean it up. So these little cannons right here, the game kind of pushes you to press B as many times as you can. That you actually don't want to do that because the more times you press B, the further you'll get sent, but the longer it'll take for you to regain control of Sonic. So there's like a specific number of times you want to press B to have enough height. So like for this cannon, for example, you want to press B exactly 11 times. That's the optimal amount. If you press more than 11 times, then you'll get shot up a little bit further, but take longer to regain control of Sonic. And if you press less than 11 times, you just won't make it.
Yeah, it is something that they made it very input specific, but I guess it makes sense, huh?
Like you actually don't want to match really hard for those, but yeah.
Allows you to take the upper boot and maintain a laser.
Yeah, that was sick. Yeah, you have to have laser to get through that. It's impossible otherwise, unfortunately.
Yep. Even with rocket, you can't break it. You can't break anything sideways.
Makes a lot of sense.
Again, making that height with 1 rocket, but hugging the left wall so he gets the last red ring.
And
now we have, Asteroid Coaster. So the Asteroid Coaster will unlock the last wisp, the Void Wisp, which is similar to the Frenzy Wisp from the Wii version. We have to catch the wisp here first. It basically teleports from a random location, except it's not actually random, it's always the top left. So if you know that, you can just tap that.
I have to ask, Speedbreaker, how's your pace?
Pace is good.
Are you on like record pace or anything?
No.
Alright. So we're gonna get showed off then. Cool.
The infinite boost.
We'll get into what that is later. So here's the Void Wisp. We usually don't want to use the Void Wisp because it's kind of slow. Basically, it starts off small. You can kind of fly around, and you can inhale rings or other enemies, and the more stuff you eat, the bigger you grow and the faster you go. So it's basically the same as Frenzy, except you fly instead of crawl. We only really want to use them when required.
Yeah. This specific is very, you have to basically move as fast as possible so that you can break this wall coming up, so that you don't have to use laser on it, so that you can use laser in this upcoming section.
You're not intended to have an extra laser here, so saves up a few seconds.
Got the strap.
Nice.
Got that ring.
Nice. And we'll be seeing the stage again. Or maybe, was it Act 2 that you repeat?
No, it's 1.
It's this one. It's 1, yeah. You can kind of tell the giant skull that actually slows down if you use Void, which is kind of funny. But we have to use Void here for the red ring back there.
Somebody mentioned FPS drops. Oh, you'll be seeing FPS drops, all right. Just you wait.
Oh, yeah, you'll see them soon. So you're supposed to ride this roller coaster, but there is a red ring here and some laser crystals that we can bonk off of to collect the red ring and skip the rest of this roller coaster.
There is a way to get to that earlier, but it is a tight set. It is a specific angle, and it is position setup, and the position setup is kind of precise.
Yeah. One might want to Rockets make it RTA viable.
I think it could be, especially since you actually have a position setup. There's actually a specific setup you can use, but getting the angle is kind of hard.
Act 2 is probably my favorite level to speedrun. Like, this Act 2 is like roller coaster heaven. You have like all the auto-scrollers basically where you kind of ride all these roller coasters, except screw that, we're just gonna skip every single one of them. Except for the last one, but even then we're gonna skip half of the last one. Yeah, we're gonna be conserving this laser wisp for a really big skip coming up soon. So we're supposed to ride, I think, 2 roller coasters in a row that kind of loops around and such. But instead, we're just gonna go ahead and do a boost jump, air dash, boost again to maintain height, and then laser upward to skip the last uphill portion of this roller coaster, and that skips an auto scroller.
Sickest skip in the game.
Yep, and there's another set of two sets of roller coasters that we're supposed to ride, but you're kind of supposed to kind of zigzag around and go down and back up and down again, but with a well-timed fall and boost, you can just skip them.
That was kind of scary.
Yeah, that was very scary. I thought I was dead for a second.
Woo!
Because I couldn't see anything.
That one's really tight. Like, that one's tight enough where I personally pop buffer that one.
So the weird thing that Speedbreaker just told us about yesterday is the fact that spin dashing actually gives you more height on that. I never knew that.
Oh yeah, I didn't know that until yesterday either.
It's
right, so there's one last red ring that's really iffy to grab. We'll see if he gets it.
Yeah.
Ideally, so we just passed by it. He's gonna have to backtrack for it and hopefully grab it without needing void, and he got it.
Heck yeah.
If you missed it, then you have to go forward, collect the void, and then backtrack for it, which costs a lot of time, unfortunately. And this portion here is kind of difficult to navigate. It kind of just comes down to knowing your block cycle, so you can navigate these cleanly without slowing down, which he did really nicely.
Yeah, you don't.
And then we have the only roller coaster we're actually gonna ride.
You don't want to go. You don't want to be expanded to the big void because it wastes. Because it takes longer to leave big void if you go big void. So you want to not get as many enemies there.
All right, so yeah, that stage is really sick. So this boss requires some explanation. So when you fight this boss coming up, there are 6 rings on the arena. You don't want to collect them because you're effectively looping around the arena. The reason why is that we want to save those rings for Void, because we want Void to grow as big as possible as soon as possible. So he's going to be doing the first portion of this fight with no rings, intentionally avoiding them.
Go on the missions.
Wait. Oh, yeah, missions next. My bad. We'll get to that in like 3 minutes.
Any percent on the brain. See, this is another random wisp position. Unfortunately, he did not get the good random wisp position start, but that's all right. This one is definitely harder than the first one in that you have to manage your voids correctly in order to actually optimize everything. I have not personally run any category that has missions in it, but routing every single one of them to their maximum potential sounds really hard.
Yeah, I timed out void deliberately so I won't go big void and lose control.
And if you're big void, it's really easy to hit the green liquid, which instantly kills you.
Yep.
Yeah.
Hey Shadow, let me make sure you haven't gone soft. This is a defeat 15 enemies mission. This is probably one of the fastest missions in the game, so don't blink.
Yeah, you have to be careful so you don't miss that red ring.
Yeah, it's definitely possible to miss that one by getting it, accidentally picking up an enemy from off screen too early.
And now we have the last mission, which is a repeat of Act 1, but it's a timer mission. which normally isn't really a big deal, but thing is, there are no checkpoints, and Asteroid Coaster is very scary as a whole, so it's not really too much of an issue until the very end, the last skip. But I do think we have a little bit of time for a quick donation or two before we get to that point.
Of course, thank you. We have a $25 donation from Neon who says, wait, it's Thursday already? Let's keep this going. And we also have a $50 donation here from Corto who says, greetings from Germany. Nearly missed the event this time, but had to donate either way. I hope everyone has a good time and game on.
Aw, and that's what happens if you didn't get far enough to break the wall.
Yeah, it's very unfortunate.
It doesn't matter as much as it did in Act 1, but it still definitely matters.
So why don't we squeeze in one or two more?
Awesome. We've got a $25 donation from Victor Prime that says, I'm not gonna lie, I want Halo and I want prizes. And just to let you all know, folks, we do have Halo 2 bonus run coming up if we can hit $1 million. And what a better way to do it than to keep going with the bid war that we have for Sonic Adventure 2 Battle. Currently, right now, Hero Story in the lead with $8,865 against Dark Stories, $7,641. Can Shadow, Eggman, and Rouge take it away from the Hero Story? Only you can decide.
Didn't hit the fan there, thank God.
Yep, we're good.
Yeah, you instantly die if you do that because you spawn into green lava. And that's all of them.
Nice.
All the red rings. And after you get all the red rings, your reward is being able to boost infinitely. So normally it's not worth it in an actual run, but since this is a feature that a lot of people probably haven't seen before, kind of want to show it off. So infinite boost.
Right, it's on now.
It comes in handy for a few bosses, technically, because doing some bosses, including this one, with infinite boost is faster than doing it with standard. So
the menuing isn't worth it. But yes. Yeah, go ahead.
So here's the thing about this boss. You want to avoid grabbing all these rings here, because if you because it requires, you basically need every ring to turn into big void here so that you can do all the damage to the boss. So here's the FPS drops you were asking for.
Woo! Frame drops galore.
Woo! Yeah.
Frame drops.
This is what I was waiting for, baby.
This is my favorite boss kill in the game because you literally just eat the boss. It's great. It's so satisfying.
And yeah,
this is one of those cases where like lagging the game just feels really good for whatever reason because it's like, heck yes, I'm just growing and killing this boss right now with the lag.
Dead. And yeah, it's like 2 seconds. So.
Yeah, and it completely annihilates the task record of 2254.
All right, so that's all the zones completed. Now we have the final area, as the game said. So Terminal Velocity is kind of, sort of a minigame. It's a top-down stage where you're kind of running from the north down to south. It'll be easier to understand when you see it for yourself. And Infinite Boost is kind of handy here. So this stage is really surprisingly difficult because you have very little control over like how much you can move Sonic laterally. And while you're boosting, every boost pad you hit gives you more and more speed, as long as you're still boosting. So basically, you want to be constantly boosting, hitting every boost pad you can hit without hitting anything, basically. And you can kind of see him gaining speed slowly more and more with every boost pad. So, looks pretty clean so far. Ooh. And like, this is a lot harder than it looks. Like, I personally have a lot of trouble doing this. That was perfect. Holy crap. And the final boss.
Right, you can read donation. This boss is a pushover.
It is a pushover, so you can squeeze in one or two.
All right, awesome. We have got a $30 donation here from ya boy Grunty, who says, huge shout outs to the Sonic speedrunners and community. Always incredibly talented, and had to donate to tell them how awesome they are. Be fast, stay cool, and always remember to live and learn. We also got a $100 donation from Katie Bat, who says, gotta donate during the way past cool Sonic block, especially during his 30th birthday. Let's reach for the stars together and donate to unlock that Halo 2 run for a great cause. Consider this a challenge for chat to start a hedgehog hype train.
And one more before we come up to the end.
We got a $100 donation from Professor Huggins saying, I wanted to say hello to my kids, Lucas and William, who are watching. Hi, Lucas and William. They love Sonic and insisted we donate. Thanks for the great event and even greater cause.
So, the last hit on the boss is coming up. So the game prompts, so this is kind of the finale where the game's like, use the power of the colored wisps to take out Eggman.
Yeah.
And you're prompted to mash the Y button a lot. And this is a mashing game, but the game actually takes inputs from all 4 face buttons. So you could mash X, A, B, Y, and they all work. So this will take like 1 second to finish.
Yeah.
And there we go. So time
Not
will
time
be
yet.
coming up soon.
It will be
Not
when
yet,
the
but soon.
score screen disappears.
Yeah, not yet.
Time.
Nice.
Sick run.
Yeah,
GG.
great job.
Oh, that's a
Only one
relief.
restart.
Actually, 2.
Yeah.
I had restarted Planet Wisp 1.
Oh,
The
yeah,
mission
you
1.
did. Yeah,
But that
you
was just
did.
for the getting the ring at the start.
Yeah, it was a very quick one, so...
Yeah, those are really quick. Like overall, this run was really smooth. I think you nailed pretty much all of the hard stuff,
Yeah,
fancy
you did a
stuff,
great job.
and yeah, it was definitely a pleasure to be on commentary for this run alongside Diamond. Great job on the run, Speedbreaker.
Yeah, likewise, guys. So yeah, this is it. This is the end of all red rings.
Yeah, if you're interested in learning or running any of the Rush games, so Rush or Rush Adventure or this game, because it's basically Rush 3, we have a Sonic Speedrunning Discord that you can find on the respective pages on speedrun.com, and we have a channel under Sonic Rush. So I highly recommend checking that out if you're interested. And Speedbreaker also has his own YouTube channel with all the IL records that he has on his own YouTube, which is the same thing as his username. I think it's speedbreaker55. So definitely check those out too.
Yeah,
And
he's incredibly good at the game.
And for anyone interested in running this category, there's guides on speedrun.com, which is all red rings. And for those interested, the 100%, those who've willing to rise up to the challenge. And also got a playlist full of my full game real-time attack runs. So feel free to check them out.
Yeah.
There you go, folks. Thank you, Speedbreaker55, for that amazing run of Sonic Colors DS. How awesome was that, folks? Was that not amazing? That was a great run. And we got more donations here. So we got a $25 donation from MOD366 or Mod366 saying, I'm going to do my part to make sure we get Halo 2 into this marathon. More games means more GDQ. So yes, please, make it happen. And while I'm all for fearing the deer and three houses, I'm also for blessing Pokemon speedruns. So let's try to get that Zekrom named after one of my favorite GDQ interviewers and hotfix hosts, Keyzeron. Y'all doing a fantastic job. Keep it up. Good luck to A-Frame and all the upcoming runners. May the RNG be ever in your favor. And while we're getting set up for our next run here, folks, take this time to go and get yourself hydrated and take a quick break. Welcome back to Summer Games Done Quick 2021 online, folks. I am Argick, and we're still in the middle of our Sonic block here. Quick update on the ever-changing Sonic Adventure 2 battle story choice here. Hero Stories pulling ahead. It's at $9,120.02 versus Dark Stories $7,741.34. Who do you want to see? Do you want to see Sonic, Knuckles, and Tails, or are you for Shadow, Eggman, and Rouge? You have one more run to make your choice. The bid war will close towards the end of the 3D Blast run here. And now we're going to have a quick look at an upcoming game from NIS America. So, Ys 9 Monstrum Nox. Play as any of the 6 notorious Monstrums, each with their own unique gifts that grant abilities such as scaling sheer walls or detecting hidden objects to protect the city from shadowy creatures. Launching this week for Nintendo Switch and PC. Learn more at play-ys.com. That's play-ys.com. And while we're getting ourselves set up for a truly fantastic run here, we are going to see some 2-player, 1-controller action. And we've got people here who are really looking forward to it as well. We've got a $50 anonymous donation here that says, Sonic has always been one of my favorite series, and the Sonic block has been one of the best parts of GDQ. Especially looking forward to Tej and Amber's 2-player, 1-controller run of a game that I found disorientating when I was controlling everything myself. I know that feeling. It's a really weird game to play when you're used to the 2D, but you're about to have your minds blown. It's going to be amazing. We also... Oh, and we have been informed here that we're about to go and see some prizes. We're going to head over to see what Mr. Game & Shout has in store for us.
Thank you, Argick. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Summer Games Done Quick 2021 online. I am Mr. Game & Shout, and these things do not flatten themselves. Sorry, I thought I would be done with this before the segment. I'm running a little behind. It's okay. I got this. So, like Argick said, I'm going to be showing you some of the awesome prizes that we have available right now. We just had a new prize block open a couple of games ago with Tempest of the Heavens and Earth, and it's going to be extending through Vanquish a little bit later here in the day. So that's going to be the Sonic block, a little before and after, and we've got a lot of awesome things that I'm looking forward to showing you. So, sorry, just gotta... Can't do a prize segment without the hoodie. I'm pretty sure that's in a rule somewhere. All right, so lots of great things. You can find out more information about all of these prizes and all of the prizes we have available this week on the website, gamesdonequick.com. Click on the prizes link in the top left of the window, and that'll take you to a page with all of the information that you would like to know. So, what do we have at the moment? Let's start with things that you can get for a $5 minimum donation. $5 donation automatically enters you to win both of these next couple of items. From our friends over at Shuggle Up Sketches, we have this ridiculously adorable set of greeting cards for nerds. I love these. These are fantastic. Or sorry, no, not greeting cards, birthday cards. I had the wrong, it's fine, had the wrong thing in my head. You know what? You leave that, actually. We're going to grab the other cards. This is fine. This is live. We're doing great. Everything's good. Meant to do that. Sorry. From our friend, Myri Lindsay. I swear I'm not just doing this to make the producers angry, but it's a pleasant side effect. We have this set of greeting cards. $5 minimum donation. Get you in to win these. We've got actually 4 cards. We've got the 3 images. So we've got the Outsider's Mark from Dishonored. We have... I just called that the wrong thing, didn't I? Producers are losing it back there. We've got Spyro. I know this game. I've played this game, so this one I'm going to get right. And we have some lovely Dragon Age art. I love how well they've captured the Dragon Age logo on this. Set of 4 cards, $5 minimum donation, gets you entered to win those. Now, what I meant to show you the first time, and I grabbed the wrong thing, is cool. Birthday cards. These are from Shuggle Up Sketches. These are the birthday cards for nerds. $5 minimum donation gets you entered to win these. Set of 3 cards. We've got some Twilight Princess here. We have Moogle's birthday party, which, look at that little Tomberry with the cake. It looks so happy. I'm sure it'll just cut you off a perfect slice. And then we have these adorable little Pichu birthday party. It is just so gosh darn cute. I love it. I absolutely love it. It's great. $5 minimum donation gets you entered to win these as well. Now, for a $10 minimum donation, courtesy of our friend Wolf Shadow, we have a set of Sonic the Hedgehog iron-on patches. I'm going to try and arrange these. Running out of hands has been a consistent problem for me, but it's fine. Just need to get on that SM3 run. So, set of 4 patches. We've got Sonic, we've got Knuckles, we have Tails, and we have Sonic and Knuckles. Iron-on patches, put them on whatever you like. Iron not included. I'm going to need this to finish working on some of the cloths that we have around here. $10 minimum donation. Get you entered to win this. Yeah, it's still there. Don't focus on it too much. It's not going anywhere, I promise. Also available for a $10 minimum donation, from our friend Yoshio-kun13, we have a set of Sonic the Hedgehog Perlers. We've got a ring, we've got Sonic, and we've got this wonderful little Sonic the Hedgehog drawing. Thank you so much, Yoshio-kun. $10 minimum donation gets you in to win this set of 3. Also, for a $10 minimum donation, courtesy of NES Jumpman, we have this Console Classics Sonic the Hedgehog poster. So this is actually a limited set. I think they only made about 25 of these. The Derek Payne Console Classics Sonic the Hedgehog print. Absolutely wonderful Sonic the Hedgehog poster. I love the look of, I'm going to get this wrong, they're going to ruin me. I'm pretty sure it's Green Hill Zone, but I don't remember zone names. It's not my strong suit. I don't have a, it's fine. $10 minimum donation, get you in to win this one as well. All right, stepping it up a little bit. $15 minimum donation for these next couple of prizes, courtesy of Making It Nerdy. This one is really cool. We have a Ghost of Tsushima wood, I'm not sure if this is a wood burning or a wood staining, but this wood art of Jin's mask from Ghost of Tsushima, absolutely striking, really beautiful. This could be yours. $15 minimum donation, get you in to win this one. Prize I don't have here in the studio, but that I want to tell you about, there's a Sonic Adventure 2 poster available. This is also a $15 minimum donation to win, courtesy of Chew. Thank you so much for sending that in to us. This is actually, I think they only made 2 of these posters. It's got sort of a metallic element to the print, really striking. You can see a picture up on the website, gamesdonequick.com, signed by the artist. $15 minimum donation will get you in to win that prize. Also available for $15, we got a hat. We have this Chow hat from AnnieJess3. Thank you so much for sending this in. It is a, I believe this is knit. I don't think it's crochet. I believe it's knit, and I know y'all can tell me if I got that one wrong. I will look forward to hearing back from you. $15 minimum donation gets you in to win this. It looks very warm and cozy. I would try and put it on, but I'm already warm enough, and I have a gigantic head, and this isn't my hat. This could be your hat. So you can put it on. $15 minimum donation. Get you in to win this. Thank you so much, AnnieJess3. From Meredith Frederick, for a $20 minimum donation, we have this really lovely, I'm going to actually, can I just put it in front of my shirt? Is that going to work for a background? We'll figure it out. This rose gold pen. Inside here at the top of the pen is an hourglass. This is an actual working hourglass. It is a 1-minute timer on this. The pen is refillable. I believe it takes Parker cartridges. Absolutely gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. $20 minimum donation will enter you to win this. Again, all of that is from now through the end of Vanquish. Last thing I want to show you, you know me and my stuff to hang on the wall. Courtesy of Thorn Hail Dancer, we have this framed cross stitch. It's called Mario Within Mario. So you've got original Super Mario Brothers, Mario jumping over Bowser at the end of a stage 4. Inside the silhouette of a 3D Mario jumping, absolutely gorgeous cross stitch. Already comes framed. I absolutely love this one. This is so cool. $25 minimum donation get you in to win this and all of the other things I've shown you. Now, again, all of these prizes that I've shown you up to now, only available through the end of Vanquish later this afternoon, so make sure to get those donations in. We have also now opened up our daily prize. So this one opened up with Tempest, and it's actually going to be running through Return to Castle Wolfenstein, which I think is currently about like 2 in the morning Eastern tomorrow. Daily prize today is an SGDQ 2021 banner that's titled The Great Escape by our amazing artist, LLK. Cannot say enough about the incredible work that LLK does. This prize is open the whole day long. $50 single donation gets you entered to win that. So definitely get those donations in soon. We also, as always, still have our grand prizes. 2 prizes that we have available this week. These are $250 cumulative donations to win. So all of the donations you make through the week, add them all together. If that total is $250 or greater, you will be entered to win both of these grand prizes. So if you want to do one big donation, if you want to hit a bunch of the prize blocks throughout the week to kind of spread out what you're trying to win, either way, just get over $250, you will be entered to win. We've got the Heroic Replicas custom replica, courtesy of our friends at Heroic Replicas. The full list of options is available on the website, gamesdonequick.com. Click on the link for prizes in the top left. All kinds of choices that you can have on that one. Bunch of stuff from The Legend of Zelda, the Master Sword, the Dark Link Sword, the Goddess Sword, the Chris Sword, the Fierce Deity Sword, the Megaton Hammer, the Light Scale Trident, the Hylian Shield. It was just rattling around in my brain and would not make it down to my mouth. I don't know what's going on with that one. We have the sword from Thundercats, a Sword of Omen. We have He-Man's Sword of Power. You can get a Zora guitar or bass. All kinds of options to choose from, your choice. $250 cumulative donation gets you in to win that. We also have, courtesy of our friends over at Skytep Gaming, we have their Mark 9 gaming PC, and I'm just going to get out of the way for a second and kind of let this thing speak for itself. This is a beast. The chips in this are they are great chips. They are chunks of rock, and they flatten them, and they put lightning into them, and now this thing is very, very fast, like rocks with lightning fast. Fastest computer will do amazing things. You can find the full specs for this machine on the website, gamesdonequick.com. $250 cumulative throughout the week will get you entered to win this. Okay, so a couple other things I want to remind you about. While you're on the website, gamesdonequick.com, check out the tracker to see the list of incentives that we've got available right now that you can be putting your donation towards. You're not just entering to win prizes, you can also shape the course of the marathon. We've got an incentive open right now for the Sonic Adventure 2 battle run, whether it's going to be light side or dark side. I don't want to tell you that there's a wrong choice, but I want to tell you that the choice with the City Escape theme is better. Like, much better. But hey, whichever way you want to donate, go for that. We're also still trying to reach $1 million before tonight to unlock our next bonus game. That is going to be Halo 2. That is going to be added to the schedule tonight. Time is running out. I know it seems like we've still got all day, but the day is going to go quicker than you think. So please help us get that run added to the marathon. GamesDoneQuick.com to donate, find out about prizes, find out about incentives. Also a reminder, all of the revenue that Games Done Quick receives this month from subs and bits, minus taxes, is being passed on to Doctors Without Borders. This includes the revenue that we get from Prime Gaming subs. If you have Amazon Prime, you have Prime Gaming, you can sub to one channel for free every month, get access to our chat in the channel, get access to our amazing emotes. If you have Prime Gaming and have not used that sub yet, please consider sending it our way. Help us support the charity, and thank you so much. Okay. That is it for me for now. I'm going to finish this ironing eventually. It just keeps getting, I'll figure it out. Thank you again, everybody. I have been Mr. Game and Shout. This has been Prizes. We are going to hand you back over as we get ready for that 2-player, 1-controller run of Sonic 3D Blast. That is going to be a hoot one way or another. I'll be back with you again a little bit later today. Thank you so much. We'll see you.